It's so good to meet you.
To meet you too.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thank
This
you
is
for this
so
opportunity.
exciting.
Yeah,
So where are you located?
I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Wow, what's the weather up like there? Like up there?
It's been, the past couple days it's been really beautiful, but today it's a little
Mhm.
gray. So,
So anyway, so tell me about your piece. When did you create it, and what was the impetus for creating it? And tell me about yourself and your art career and anything else that you'd like to share.
yeah, so I made that last year. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so 2019 I made it. Um, and it was my first year at California College of the Arts.
In California?
Yeah, so I'm back home now because everything's online,
Yeah,
which has been an adjustment.
I bet.
Um, but I got to experience taking a glass class for the first time. So I got to learn how to blow glass and sand cast glass, which is the method for the masks. And um, the prompt was pretty open for making a piece for something that we're passionate about, and mental health, mental illness has always been um, a big thing that I want to advocate for. um, I've always had like anxiety and depression, and observe that like in myself and with peers, friends, family. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a very serious topic, and I think a lot of the time, personally and with other people, it's not taken as seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of downplayed a lot of the time. So, um, if there's a way I can empower that in my art, that's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
That's
I'm
beautiful.
Thank you. So I'm currently finishing up my second year at CCA,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be continuing there to get my bachelor's in fine arts. Um, but yeah, art has always been my passion. Started from just a little hobby as a kid, scribbling on
Mm-hmm.
like receipts and sticky notes, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something that stuck with me, and it's you know a big thing as I've been kind of forming my artist statement over the years. The one thing that has always stayed the same is, it's a universal language. I love the communicating aspect of it, um, and that, it can reach people in different ways. And, I love hearing people's response to some of my work because they'll see things that I didn't see in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the different takeaways that everyone can have through just a piece of art. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
Yeah, it's very impressive. And I want to know how you got so many votes.
I yeah.
You have an extensive friends list, or you're
I
just very influential?
I honestly don't have like a lot of personal friends, but you know, through social media and just like word of mouth, and
Yeah.
um
Congratulations. That's quite an
yeah.
accomplishment.
Yeah, letting like I told like my parents I was doing this, and they're because they didn't really know like what I was doing. I was like, oh, I entered this thing, and then they spread that to like their coworkers.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's so nice you have your family's support.
Yeah,
To be an artist, a lot of people do, a lot of artists never get any support. So
yeah,
that's
I
wonderful.
appreciate their support through, they've always been so supportive of my passions and what I want to
Mm,
do in life, and I love them for that.
that's great. So tell me about the nonprofit. Are you currently involved with them?
So above the stigma, so I'm a advocate for them. So like I repost their stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
like I would guess like affiliated with them, but it is a nonprofit. It is like our whole thing is about having conversations and discussions. We have like general mental health discussions about just anyone can come and talk about how they're doing. And that's what I really love about this
That's
organizations.
wonderful.
It was created during a time where there's a lot of disconnect, but they're, still trying to make that community. And so
that's beautiful.
I just found it on like an advertisement on Instagram, and then I messaged them, and I've been going to their like meetings and going to different leader, like we have different subjects. So I love that there's a balance of like talking about self-care and things to promote mental health, but also there's conversations that surround more taboo discussions of that like trauma and like the stigma of like getting on medication or abuse, and things that people may not have a community or the people and the support to talk about, and being able to go join a group and be with people and know that there's others like them.
We're not alone. You're not alone.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really important. I mean, just to be able to say, look, I don't feel right in my own skin right now, just to have somebody acknowledge that is really great. I mean, that helps right there. So that's wonderful they're doing that. I've got to check them out and invite them to be on Art for Your Cause.
Yes, they're amazing. Some of the best people I've met.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, because, I don't know if you know this, you're probably too young, but back about 30 something years ago, the government used to pay a lot of this for services, for mental health services. They were supplemented by the government through programs, and they did away with all that. About 30 something years ago. Yeah, I think during the Reagan administration. So, and that just gutted the mental health care system. And so it's been trying to deal with those cuts ever since. And it's really been very challenging.
For sure. And there's a lot of kids and teens that, may be hesitant about getting therapy, can't afford it, but just need a place to go to and talk about what they're going through. So.
That's great. So tell me a little bit more about what your interests are. You said your piece was glass?
Yeah, so
It looks like clay from the image, so that's why is it the same process of firing clay, or is it different?
It's different. So the process for that was making a plaster mold. So I poured plaster into just a square block and then carved away at it to make the face.
Wow.
And then you press sand. There's like a special sand in this box, and you press the mold into the sand, and it'll make the indentation of the face. And
so it's a negative.
Yes. So you make the positive first, then create the negative, and then you pour the glass.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I love art that, there's lots of processes, it goes from you make one thing to make another thing.
Yeah. That they really are very beautiful. I mean, they're very striking pieces. Do you still have them?
Yes, I do.
Well, maybe you should put them on Art for Your Cause. If you're interested in sharing them with the world.
Yes. I'll definitely look into that. And I can, the thing is with making the plaster mold, you can make multiples of it, which is amazing. So once
that's making additions, and you could do other colors and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's exciting. So is there anything else you'd like to share with me about the contest, or you winning, or what you're going to do, what you're doing through COVID? I mean, I guess it's kind of the end of COVID, we hope.
It's been, I think for a lot of artists, learning how to adjust to working in smaller spaces, and definitely how that's impacted the art that we make too. I was thinking about what art would I have made during this time if I was in a regular studio, not just in my tiny room in a corner painting. It's definitely shaped kind of a different art movement in a way.
Yeah,
There's so many things that have gone on throughout this year besides COVID as well. And I think that it's been so amazing to see like the different empowering artists that are creating like such beautiful things that are carrying such meaning.
Yours is one of them.
Thank you. And it was awesome to see the other artists as well, and like thank you so much for like supporting all of us. And
of course, that's what I'm here for. That's what we're here for, to support artists. So you're very welcome, and I encourage you to create a profile on Art for Your Cause and create products or put your original art on there or whatever. And we're going to be rolling out some new features where artists can actually share their art with the nonprofits through a widget in the dashboard, and the nonprofits can approve them and put them in their profile, and they can share in whatever percentage of the sale they want to give the nonprofit or not. So we're going to have there's a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of fun interactivity in with the website. So
that's super cool.
Yeah.
When did Art for Your Cause start?
It was started about 2 years ago, but we just got the dashboard, which is the way for artists to put their art on and get their revenue, cash out their earnings, share. We have an Art Lover member program that's an affiliate program. So if someone shares your art, they earn 10%. And it doesn't come out of the artist's percentage. It comes out, Art for Your Cause only earns 10% on every sale. So we pay the highest amount of commissions in the industry. Artists can make 70 to 80% on Art for Your Cause.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and I think having that available for people, because it's definitely hard, like for artists that are looking into sharing their art and getting that exposure. It can, like, it's where do you start sometimes, and that's something I've struggled with. Like, social media is one thing, but how can you, like, distributing art and that kind of thing, it can be a difficult process to get into. So thank you for creating something that's like really like user friendly as well as like engaging.
I hope it's user friendly. We're trying to make it more user friendly. We've spent the time of COVID building this dashboard. So I've had my tunnel vision, just working every day with developers in India, because it's so cost prohibitive to hire developers in the US. And it would have cost a lot more money for us to have people here locally do it, unfortunately, but that's just the way the world is now. But anyway, but I appreciate your comments. That means a lot.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see, the further development with that, and I'm definitely going to look at other artists on there and get more involved with it.
Yeah, we are actually, our nonprofit is going to be kicking off we have a nonprofit called Causability, and Causability is the mothership of Art for Your Cause. And so Causability is going to be the cause part of Art for Your Cause, where artists and nonprofits can create causes, fundraisers, actual real fundraisers, and share their products as incentives to raise money. So instead of somebody getting a t-shirt from some manufacturer, we would let the artist earn money through the cause by them putting their products in the fundraiser.
Got it.
So we're designing that as we speak. So
awesome. That's so exciting.
Yeah. Anything else?
Um, I think that's it. Just thank you so much.
Oh,
And
you're so welcome.
yeah, I'm so happy like I stumbled upon your page.
Yeah, I am. We are too.